to the Guide to Live. It's Monday, July 29th, and this is your weekly hangout to join us to talk about live streaming with people who really know what it's like.
Because let's face it, no one really knows what you're talking about if you say you're a live creator.
Yeah, but we do. So I'm Tara, and across from me is my co-host Ben, and together with our guest, we make up the Guide to Live team.
Welcome in, welcome in. Mondays are always fun. And
Mondays are fun days.
Mondays are fun days, especially days after Community Fest or Live Fest or any big campaign, because there's a lot of creators who are just going like this. Phew.
I was thinking about this morning when I was cooking. No, I wasn't cooking. I was making waffles.
That's cooking.
That's cooking. I thought it's like,
hot.
Is it on a griddle? Yeah, it is cooking. Okay, it qualifies.
Wet,
it qualifies.
Wet raw,
and then
it's hot.
And then it's cooked. It changes. It's
cooking.
Chemically changes form. Okay.
Right. Now we've cleared up what cooking
is. It is cooking, but so does baking. So it's in between cooking and baking, I think. A waffle is cooking. Poll. We need a cooking or baking poll. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was thinking about this, and I was like, if I was streaming every single day, I would every single day do a different, it would be Olympic themed every day during this, but I would do a different sport each day. Just to be fun. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I'd look forward to the pole vault day.
I know, right?
When it's just you
shot put. I'm doing shot put, remember? I thought we talked about this.
Hey, if you're going to have to do every one.
I know.
Go hang out with Dive Live to do the swimming one.
Yeah.
A live where you're connected to someone filming under the water.
Yeah.
Now that would be something.
That would be.
So we're going to do things slightly differently today. And we're going to start with the question of the day.
Ooh, yes.
Because I think this is a really, really interesting question. And it's actually much bigger than the question first lets on. It comes from Fixer in the community.
All right.
They said, will raids be added to TikTok Live?
Raids? Like in Twitch.
Yeah. So what's a raid?
Yes.
What's a raid? What is a raid? Oh, wow. You're misusing the birthday horn
Give
for
me
the
another
raid
horn
now.
then, please.
Okay.
I need a new air horn that sounds a little different.
Someone can just email us.
I've got a new name. It's Air Horn Tara.
Okay, that'll do. We'll use that for the air horn going forward. I'll clip that and put it in. But if someone can send an MP3 of another horn, that would be great. So the question...
Yes. Will there ever be raids?
Be added?
Yes.
So here's what a raid is for people who don't know. On other streaming platforms, and particularly gaming-led streaming platforms, the concept of a raid is that you can use a function in platform that at the end of your stream, you can send your audience, or your audience can choose to go to another streamer, right?
Yes, it's like diverting your audience to another stream. Yes.
So it's a good question. Yeah. Will raids ever be on TikTok? Because they obviously aren't right now.
Yeah. Why would you divert your viewers to another stream? First of all, like what? I mean, not that it's a good or a bad thing. I'm just asking.
Oh yeah, this is. I think I'm raid agnostic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the question really started to make me think. It's like, what's the purpose
why would
they
them?
Do that? And is that a good idea? And ultimately, then it leads you down a path as you start to think about it that it's less like a feature where it's like, hey, can we have a new CGI thing or some button to do something? This is like a fundamental building block of a platform to raid or not to raid.
Right. To raid or not to raid.
Right.
That is the question.
Yeah. So on Twitch, the streams are presented to the potential viewer. And so this is all about potential viewer when you get right down to it.
Okay, because...
There's categories.
Okay.
And then within the categories, they're ordered by the number of viewer. So really the raid for the platform side of things is ensuring that when one stream shuts down, you don't then disperse that audience to nowhere and then have to go find somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would assume if you're done watching the stream of the person you wanted to watch, they weren't live. So I was like, okay, well, what do I do now? Well, I'm just going off that. So I did.
Yeah. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it seems like it comes from it versus scrolling type streams like TikTok that we're on right now. When this stream shuts down,
another one pops up.
And you're scrolling. So the way that we're discovering new streamers or or the way the streamers are getting their viewers is very different.
Right.
So I think if you were to add, so basically it comes down to who is making the decision where the viewers go. Because there is a function of the raids, if you think about it, that let's say it's me, I have an audience over here and I have a big audience.
And
I've
what
got
platform are you on?
Twitch here.
Okay.
Or a platform that has raids, right? So I'm lucky enough to have a big audience. I've got 1,000 people watching me, right? And you have nobody watching you.
Right.
So I have now an incredible amount of power to give
You have influence.
You, my viewers, influence.
You have influence.
So like some kind of power dynamic, which is interesting, which we don't have on TikTok Live. And then on the other hand, over here, the algorithm is basically making the decision.
Right.
So if the human over on Twitch is making the decision to send people over here because I like that other streamer, I'm making a value judgment. My choice is choosing where the audience goes. When you replace it with an algorithm, it's the people who decided what the algorithm is deciding.
That's the democracy.
Choice.
Yeah, that's the whole like saying that it's like democratized type of viewing.
But ultimately,
platform.
someone made the algorithm, so it's not complete. It's making some kind of value judgment.
Yeah.
In the same way as a human being.
Right.
One is in a box and we can't know or understand, and the other is also in a box because it's a human being in their own head.
Right.
But we can influence that one person maybe a little more than we can the algorithm.
So it doesn't seem to like really make sense to have a raid on a platform where you're getting served more audience.
Yeah, it seems like it would break. It would break something. Something would change, because imagine if we had a system where there was both. So like if I don't send my audience to someone, the algorithm decides, and if I do, then I decide. Like how does that impact all of the other algorithmic choices that are going on?
Right.
And what does that mean? Because then, I mean, you can really go down the rabbit hole of like,
my gosh, yes.
Trying to like break down what would happen.
It's hurting my head already.
So thanks for that question. It's
that was one heck of a question.
Yeah. And the answer, unfortunately, is because the first question, will raids be added on TikTok Live? The answer, unfortunately, is we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah. But things, you can, you get it.
Yes.
You get it.
Yes. But, that's the thing. Like, we don't know. It maybe they'll figure out a way to integrate it, and it would be a feature that they would add later.
Yeah.
It would seem to be a little...
It's a building block.
Yeah. It
it's
seems
like
if they added it right now with the algorithm, it would be counterintuitive.
Yeah. It would be very, very strange indeed. Do you want to play a game,
Oh
Tara?
my gosh.
It is time for the TikToks. It is the hardest quiz on TikTok.
The hardest quiz.
I'm trying to come up with like a
catchphrase for it. Yeah.
What can we do? Hardest quiz, is that a thing?
I don't think it's a quiz. The toughest vote you'll ever... No. It's because it's a poll. You have to figure out which one's fake.
Let's see. Let's play
the toughest decision you'll ever make.
Let's play the game.
Feature or fake.
Let's play the game. And if anyone comes up with any great catchphrases, let us know at the end. And we'll incorporate.
2 of the features are real. 1 of them is fake, 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 fake.
So here's how it works. Here's the game. I am going to tell you 3 features that you will find.
This is the game master, by the way.
Yes. I, the game master, will tell you 3 features on TikTok. 2 of them will be real and 1 of them will be fake. And it is your job to identify which one is the fake.
Right. Which one's fake.
And so I'm going to read them out first of all.
I can't wait for this one. I can't because I'm excited.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what the score is yet?
Yeah. So here's how it works. I'll tell you the 3 features, and then Tara will give us her opinion, her vote on which one is the fake. And at the same time, I'm going to run a poll so you can all tell us which one you think is the fake as well. So let's do it.
Yes.
Okay. Feature number 1.
Yeah.
In TikTok DMs, you can react with emotes and stickers, and you can write back. But you can also tap share a post, which gives you a menu of your favorite TikTok posts or posts that you've made. And you can just share them directly with people. So that's feature number 1. Don't go looking as well. Play the game honestly. Feature number 2, when you share a live to someone, there is an option to watch together in a mini watch party with a full small FaceTime window on iOS.
Okay.
Number 3, from your own profile, you can pull up a QR code or scan a QR code of a friend and automatically follow each other. So those are your
hard.
3.
These are hard.
Yeah. I'm going to get the
know.
poll up and running here. How do you share your deets with people? Talking about scanning a QR code. What do people do? Well, what do you do in the chat? Does anyone have a business
I
card?
write it down on a piece of paper.
Come on.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, how do you share people's number? Do you share the number or do you scan the QR code? Or how are people sharing their info
I think
these
nowadays,
days? What do you do?
Pat Dizzle taught me a really cool trick with the phone. If you have an iOS and someone else has an iOS, you can just bump butts. Your phones bump booties.
Is it booty or head? It's more head.
I don't
butt.
know, but I like to say bumping booties because it sounds funnier.
Depends where your booty is, I guess.
Yes. If you're a butthead, then that's your booty.
So T. Leaf Reader has a business card. All Things Century has a QR code on the keychain, which is kind of genius.
Yeah,
it's like having a key to your life.
Have you? Oh, I want to. Have you seen those metal like business cards that have like a chip in them, and then you just go doink,
Doink.
doink.
Okay, the poll is running. We've got 2.5 minutes
transferred. Left. How do you use your QR code in the app, though? I don't understand it.
Well, I can't tell you that because it may give away. If I was to tell you exactly,
all right,
you might realize it was both a fake.
This is hard because I can't. I'm a Y person and I need to know the mechanisms behind how it could work.
You can share a post and it goes to DMs. What I'm saying is when you're right in the DMs there, you can type back like this. Who types? I type.
You type like this.
I type on my iPhone like this. Yeah. But then there's an option right in there that you can say in it, hit share post, and then you got an option to select from posts. So you wouldn't have to go back to your profile to go find the video. I assume if it's not real. I don't like it when you try and get me talking about it.
Yes, I know. I've already figured out what I'm going to say now. I've come up with my answer.
Okay.
Where's the drum roll?
Next time Tara tricks me into talking about any of the features, not that I confirmed or denied anything, but I do feel like I might have said a little bit too much.
It's like you have the right to remain silent.
1 minute left.
Anything you say
vote in the
can
poll.
And will be used
Which
against
one is not
you
real?
Or for the other parties.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Lorraine one.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire still on TV? Does anyone know? All right, Lorraine. Mad TV,
It was so funny, yes.
I was listening to Weird Paul over the weekend. That was one of the person I spent like a good hour with while doing DIY.
And watching, yes. Or listening.
Listening, yeah. And they said they did that.
Yeah. It's still on. 400th host.
400th host.
Yeah, The Millionaire.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
God,
Sorry,
I was thinking about Weird Paul and all of the his collection.
Yes.
And then you were talking about numbers and my mind went
I know.
absolutely.
I love that
he's
he's got an amazing collection. His collection is like,
yeah.
I kind of want to go visit him and just
Yeah.
see all of his stuff.
Yeah. I know, it's like a museum. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. We got the answer is here.
It's okay.
It's just a game that I'd love to win.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ben would love to win this. All right. So,
okay, talk me through it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that because of your little jabbering and yammering and yammering about the one, I think that one's real.
So which one?
The first one, the DMs, you can send direct.
Okay,
I think
so
that's
you think
real.
That one's real.
I think you can definitely. I think it would make sense to have a watch party, and I know that TikTok's it's got like links with Discord. Now maybe they're doing this thing with FaceTime. I don't know. I don't know. Is it FaceTime?
No questions allowed.
No. I don't know how you would do a QR code. If you're on your phone, how are you going to take a picture of a QR code on your screen? That doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go with that one being fake. The last one's fake.
Okay.
Number 3.
All right. So Tara is saying the QR code is fake.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the poll. Let's reveal the poll. Where'd it go? Where did it go?
Where did the poll go? There it is.
There we go. Oh, MG.
Wow, this is kind of split.
So it's a tie.
It's a tie-ish. There's
Well, it's
one
a tie
vote.
of 2, which everyone agrees
There's
is
a tie of 2.
The
Time to reveal,
time
Violet
to reveal.
says.
Okay, here we go. All right, I'm just reading the poll. So some of you think that it's you can share the post in DMs. That's a feature. Some of you think some of you think it's fake. Some of you think the QR code is fake. Mm-hmm. And one person thinks the mini watch party is
one
the
person.
fake.
Who is that person? No, I don't know. You don't have to call yourself out.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to reveal it in the order I said them.
Okay.
So first of all, you were right to you winkled it out of me.
I did.
You can send your posts directly within DMs. It's actually on the right-hand side of the comment box. Mm-hmm. So rather the emotes are over on the left, and on the right-hand side it says posts, and you can select from your posts or your favorite.
It's a great way to share your new post with your favorite people in your community.
Yeah, so you could, if there's a video that you were going to share with a handful of people, you could favorite it and then go find it in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So
all right. So
next one, when you share,
four people said that was fake.
Yeah. When you share a live to someone, there's an option to watch. There's a mini watch party with a FaceTime window. So this one is the fake. This one is the fake, but it's not.
I'm wrong.
It sounds. I'm surprised more people didn't think that this one is the fake, because it sounds absolutely crazy.
It makes more sense to watch something with someone on your screen, like it would be like a Zoom call or a Meet.
I will say I have seen it with short form. You see a lot of features across TikTok, and they're not all available for everybody. But the reason why I came up with this one is because I have seen it with short form. So there was a function that popped up for me which said watch TikTok with a friend. And it took me to a curated For You page feed, which I could then watch with somebody on FaceTime.
Oh, wow.
There was no control over whose For You feed it was. It was just a different one.
Okay.
Which means that you can use the QR code scanner, and it's right next to your profile pic.
So do you screenshot it? Is that how you get the QR code?
No, you open it up and it becomes a scanner, and then you hold one phone here and then scan it here. You put your QR code up on your one, and I scan it, and now we're both following each other.
Oh, I thought you were doing it during your live. The whole time I'm thinking you're live and you put a QR code up on, or you're watching, like I don't know what I thought. It was not correct, but.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, so.
That means you got the point, dude.
I did. I didn't think it. I think it. So I feel like Kristen Kids should get an honorary point here for being the only one, because she was the only one in the audience who got it right. And maybe there's a rule in this game that if you sweep the audience as well, you get that point.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how we're going to do it, but
we're not going to be able to keep up with everybody if we do that.
Kristen somehow got some half point or like an honorary point. We'll figure it out.
She gets the air horn. Kristen Kids.
Yeah. New roll. Okay. Yes. We did it.
Yes, that was so much fun. You tricked the poop out of me.
Wow. What a image. We have a cat that does that when he gets scared.
His nickname is Hockey Poopy.
Yeah, his name is Hawk.
We call him Hockey Poopy.
Hockey Poopy, because he rolls over and does a poop when he gets
scared. And shoots out like a torpedo.
So when we record this podcast, we do it live on TikTok with the chat going, but we have always included with our guests, and perhaps we should change that, because we don't have guests.
We stopped doing guests.
Yeah.
But I'd like to keep that open so that we can still have guests at some point.
But do you include it in the whole intro? Do you know what I mean? It's a lot, because we could also say a lot of other things as well.
This is what I love about you. You are so good about just trimming off just tiny little bits that don't need, it's like excess. It's just like, it's extra. You don't need it. And like all kinds of things. Like when I'm writing, I'm like, can you read this letter and tell me what you think? Oh, let's take this out. Let's take this out. Oh, can you check out my video? Tell me what you think. Oh, just take this one little second off and then it'll be perfect. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I love it. You're so good like that.
I mean, it's editing, isn't it? I don't know if I'm especially good at that, but I do think a lot of good content comes out of removing things.
Yes.
Which is an interesting thought to consider when we're talking about live. Like, it's easy to remove bits from short form video, take out a word at the start, suddenly it's shorter. How do you do that on live streaming? Tricky one.
This is, I guess, where you find out what works and what doesn't work, and what doesn't work, you cut it out.
Yeah, it's like you can't do it in the moment. It's like you have to come back and review.
And look. Yeah, you have to look at the data. You have to look at how you felt.
Yeah.
Compared to the data, like what the energy was of the chat that night, things like that. There's a lot of variables.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, and then thinking of it like that rather than like, what shall I do different? Maybe it's like, what should I take out?
Right. What do I need to trim away?
Yeah. And really, I love using people as examples, and someone like Luke G.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just talk through his kind of cycle, really, because he has taken out a lot of stuff over the time. And to break down what Luke, well, you can describe what Luke does.
Well, Luke is a Fortnite gamer who streams.
Yeah.
He uses the live studio, which is cool because he's got multiple screens going on. You can see him very well because he's very theatrical. So he puts on a show when he's doing his gaming.
Yeah.
He does what's the name of that Fortnite festival? Is it festival?
That's it, Fortnite Festival.
Yeah, that's his speciality.
Yeah.
It's really fun to watch him play it.
So on screen he has he has the top of the screen is the game. It's basically what's the Guitar Hero?
It's the
similar
same
to
as
that.
like Guitar Hero.
And then he's at the front with his camera. It's looking at him. He has a background currently of a ranch.
Yeah, he started out cooking. He was cooking beats because he drums. He was a
drumming chef. He's now a drumming cowboy.
He's a drumming cowboy now. He's drumming up the
And
dogies.
watching his stream is incredibly captivating. And he does that while still having a cycle of actually a very few set things that he does. So he's removed the stuff that doesn't work and keeps in the key calls to actions. And it's probably a cycle of maybe 10 things. And it's captivating because of that.
Yeah.
And the music, each song is different. Each moment is different in the way it's pieced together, but he doesn't have fat left over.
No, it's very
to trim out.
streamlined.
There's no content in there that isn't necessary or isn't acting on the screen.
And I feel like if I was watching it and there was that fat in there, I would probably my attention would divert and I would lose interest. But he keeps you so captivated the whole time you're watching because he's just nonstop doing things to get engagement going. Yeah,
it's an interesting cycle, and when you see people doing that well, I'm starting to see people, as it always happens when someone's doing something well, there's lots of other people doing that stuff. So, and then he's not the first to invent it,
not at all.
The idea of doing it and doing a kind of a Guitar Hero type stream and then drumming and playing on screen and splitting it up in that way.
And then dressing up in character and putting on a show where you're like taking the audience to another place. You're literally another character in another realm. And anyone who goes into that room is on a ranch hanging out with the drumming cowboy who's playing Fortnite.
Yeah. So people are trying to do similar things, but they're not, it doesn't hit in the same way because they're not doing the calls to action and the actions on the screen. So there's one thing copying the look of a stream. This is and think that's what's working.
It's like, it's going to be set up the same way. I'm going to kind of do the same things.
Yeah.
But you're not really
order
doing
of
all
the presentation. Maybe some of the bits that need to be removed from it.
Where are we at with our likes? We're at 16K. I just had to break through and say that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all.
Bad.
So let's talk about a big event that happened is about a week ago now, and it was on the House of Highlights live stream. So there is a thing called the Creator League, and if you don't know what House of Highlights is, it's a huge sporting media company that basically came out.
Is it all kinds of sports? Like all of them?
It's highlights. Really exploded based on short form. They are exceptional at summarizing sports events and doing it on short form.
Yeah.
They had an event they have a thing called the Creator League where creators play sports, and it's shown on like YouTube or other platforms like this. I'm going to bring it up because it's really interesting. I'm going to put this up as an overlay here. So take a look at this, Tara.
Okay. Yeah.
So on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side is exactly the same live stream that's going on.
Yeah.
And first of all, the thing to note here is there's no outgoing interaction from the stream.
So the host who's the account that's hosting the stream is not engaging with the audience at all.
Yeah. So on the left-hand side, that one stream has 2,300 viewers, and for exactly the same output, there's 13,000 viewers. Any guesses on which of those two platforms that was happening?
Oh, I know. I want everyone else in the chat to know because I know.
Yeah. Can anyone guess in the chat what which the platform is on the left versus on the right?
Okay, so this platform here with 2,300 live viewers, which platform was this one being broadcast on?
Yeah, so basically on the stream on the left is IG, and the stream on the right is TikTok.
Okay.
And what's even more fascinating here...
I want to ask about variables because I know, like, what's the deal with how many followers each account has?
Oh, great question.
Okay.
Allow me to answer that for you.
Nice.
So the stream on the left, the Instagram stream that had 2,300 viewers, is on the main House of Highlights account, which has 52 million followers.
That's a lot on Instagram.
Versus it was being streamed on the Creator League, which is House of Highlights brand still, 795,000 followers. So no,
that's a huge difference, though.
Yeah, not a small account.
No,
but significantly smaller than
huge difference.
50 million.
Yeah, but look at the difference in the viewership. So the smaller account has 8,000 more viewers.
Oh, I see.
Other.
Yeah,
I was doing math in my head, which I'm not good at.
I thought you were about to try and do the percentage.
I need to write
let's
stuff.
break this down. Like, what is happening? Because this is a big deal.
Okay, so this highlights number one.
Yeah,
you can have 54 million followers, but that doesn't mean you're going to get a lot of views.
Yeah. Also, platform differences as well.
Right.
So when you're on IG, you're streaming there. They're streaming to 54 million potential viewers, and only 2,300 of them are watching.
Right.
So
it's a small percentage of their followers watching.
But you are literally only streaming to those potential
There's
54
no other,
million. There's no way to get to
There's no other
else.
potential viewers that are going to be watching.
Yeah.
465% difference.
Huge difference.
Calculating.
So a lot of that is coming from the difference in the platforms, because despite there being a smaller account, there's an algorithm happening on the TikTok side. So it's reaching way more than potentially reaching way more than 54 million. Like, it's reaching all potential TikTok viewers.
Yeah.
So this is cool. That's cool. But I don't think any of that is necessarily like new, really. It's worth highlighting those big differences in the platforms. But here is where it gets super interesting.
I think this is so interesting.
Does anyone notice the chats that are going on the two different... I'll bring up the first slide here and we can zoom in on them. So this is what we noticed. So let's zoom in on the left-hand side here. So this is the IG feed. Look at the conversation. So most of it is people typing /full screen, like they thinking that it's going to make it go full screen.
They're trying to get it to go into horizontal.
Drop your back screen, full screen, or hide chat. Those are the two primary things that people are saying. Chat. There is a funny one on here where someone says...
high chat.
Someone says, I like this one, bro, STFU with the high chat. It doesn't work. And I'll tell you this as well. I didn't put it in the clip, but I did try it myself. It's so tempting. You want to try it. Does it work? It doesn't work. So culturally, what is happening there's no real engagement going on. Let's compare it to the other stream.
To the TikTok.
So this is just little clips of it. But people are talking about Dodgeball because it's a Dodgeball game, and they're talking in between each other. So there's nothing inherently different about the types of people that are watching. So it suggests that the cultures on the platform are very different when it comes to how you engage with the live stream. And if you take that even further, messaging or requirement on the TikTok side to engage in that way. And there's no messaging on the Instagram side that says you should talk like that. So
so what's prompting that?
What is happening there? The cultural difference between the two.
It's the culture. It's like it's the viewers when they come onto the platform. No, this is what we do. We go and we chat. It's a chat room. It's a chat room.
Yeah, it is a chat room.
It's a chat room first and foremost. And it's a chat room that has video capabilities that can stream and broadcast, which is one of the coolest things.
As we know,
we're not worthy.
No, I think let's compare the two again. Like the two things are driving it. There's a functional difference between the two platforms, right? There's this. You're within your own follower limit over here on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side,
you have a recommending algorithm that's pushing you out to find more viewers for you.
And at the same time, it's judging the quality of the stream based on how much engagement is going on. And culturally, it seems like this platform has built up that the conversation is very, very community based.
Yeah. It also goes to show you like the engagement really does push the views. Like if your views are low, maybe your engagement is low. You should think about that. Push up that engagement.
You should think about it.
Think about that. No,
why don't you go think about it?
But the question, what you're thinking about is, what can I do to get the engagement up? Let's come up with some ideas.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I mean when you should think about that.
Totally.
It goes deeper than just think. Like, you should think about that. No, you should go think about that.
Why don't we fix that? Because House of Highlights and the Creator League were doing nothing in terms of engagement. So why don't we fix their engagement?
How would we fix their engagement?
Because that's difficult because it's not a person that's at the screen talking and like going like directly to the screen. So how could you engage with a sporting event?
Commentated?
Yeah, well, they had commentated. One key thing is...
But that was a typing commentator.
No,
or was it a vocal?
No, it was vocal.
Were they talking? Were they responding to the chat vocally?
No.
That's one key thing. That's one key thing.
So they were broadcasting that as a passive viewing experience.
They were it was like basically like watching TV where the audience is watching but not engaging, not getting involved in the production.
And like they're lucky in this instance that, I mean, they're a big brand, so they draw a lot of people and they are putting on a good show. You can see the dodgeball there and it's well edited and all of that. So people are talking about it. So they have that benefit. But I do wonder if, like with the hide chat thing, it's like, if we talk about goals and things like that, imagine if they set a gift goal which unlocked different cameras on the stream.
Yeah.
That would be a genuine goal that I think people would want to get to.
That would be so much fun. Yeah. That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
And there's technology set up to where you could do that.
Oh, yeah.
It would be easy.
Absolutely.
It would be so easy.
So straightforward to do.
It wouldn't be easy for the average person who's just started streaming. But if you've been doing it for a while and you have the resources.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is support for you to.
Are you saying that House of Highlight have the resources to deliver an absolute banging live stream?
Yeah, they do, but they also need the other resources, which are our support.
Oh, those resources.
These resources. But yes, it's a double entendre.
Yeah. So imagine that if you were able to control the cameras a little with the chat as a group, that would be so powerful. Maybe you could even, what if you had like a poll going on or certain triggers going on that could be related to gifting or it could be just likes or whatever, which gave one of the teams like a bonus point back. Like if this is a tied together like presentation, let's get involved with it.
Yeah.
That's definitely the way this has to go. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be so much fun too. Imagine.
Yeah. Imagine
all the people engaging like crazy. Woo woo!
The question is about setting gift goals and should they do giveaways?
Oh, this is a very good question.
And we have seen people do giveaways for a long time in a big way, in a small way. It go well
and it goes south.
Bad.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Like
yes. Buckle up, everyone.
Buckle up.
Get your seatbelts on. Let's go for a ride.
So what do you think about giving away something in return for getting a gift?
I think for that, it depends. It really does depend because if you boil it down, being an NPC creator is doing something when you get a gift.
Right.
That's a straight
Yeah.
exchange.
Yeah.
But you're not saying, give me a rose and I'll do it.
Right.
It's like the rose comes and then you react. It's like if you react to things that are coming to you, that's different. I'm very active on this one. If you react to things, that's one thing. But if you say or you text or you put in the background and write, well, this equals this. This gift equals this. That is soliciting.
Yeah. Same as
sure.
well. I see a couple of mentions in the chat as well of people saying that they will follow back.
Oh, that is the worst. That is really bad. That is like giving away your social influence.
Yeah, you're basically trading your social currency for a follow, which is directly that is a kind of a type of solicitation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a no-no.
Yeah. On a broader scale, I think we always view the idea of having a prize or a giveaway related to gift goals like a danger area, in that you don't get tied to that being the metric or the function or the mechanic that drives people giving you like people paying for your value.
Right. Because I just want to say, and I want to interject, is because that's not really your content that they're watching. They're not there for the content. They're there for the prize.
They're there for the mug.
There's it's almost like there's a gimmick involved.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It is flying very close to it. And like the ultimate thing here is that people are giving gifts and then giving their value to you in return for the value that you are giving to them in terms of entertainment, time spent. So like, if you can avoid any kind of material giving away, and like when we would definitely carve out here, like brand building, if you're giving away a hat because of some, like build your brand.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But don't tie the gift revenue to someone getting a mug or a t-shirt, because you're never gonna like get paid for your actual content, which is the goal here.
Right. So contrary to that, what would you suggest would be a good giveaway for when a gift goal is met, instead of a monetary or instead of a physical item of some sort?
Yeah. I mean, how
counter?
long is a piece of string? So you can
as long as you want it to be.
Yeah. I mean, any
Unless
action,
and
it all depends on your type of community and what you're doing. But like the simple classics to just lean into is like giving people choices over what is happening in the stream, because ultimately the key to all of this is people being part of the stream.
Yes.
I want to be part of a stream that I'm watching. That's how it works here.
Yes.
We just looked at the two examples of those two streams on the TikTok side compared to the Instagram side. People are conversing and they're
talking about their ideas. They're like putting their ideas out there, whereas other people are just trying to crack a code. Whereas they're not really there to talk.
And if they unlocked a bit where they could be part of the stream, like the whole thing would be way richer in those examples.
Yes.
So anything where I can make a choice, and the simple levels are like what's coming up. Are we going to go do a match? Maybe. Can I control the music? Is there some thing that we're going to get?
Yes.
You can make it silly, and there is some forfeit if you hit the goal.
Right. We saw that last night.
Yeah. It's like, and just to break it down on like, we're talking short cycle stuff, so that we hit the gift goal. If we're going to hit the gift goal, we're going to go battle, and we'll do a battle where I put a pie in my face if I lose. So that's you're getting involved in the content there. They're getting involved in the content, the audience. Whereas
ice cream in the boop.
You can do long goals as well. If we compete in this campaign, or if we get to this gift goal, or we reach these goals multiple times, I'm going to take you to LA and we're going to do a stream on Venice Beach.
Yes, this is so valuable, I think.
And we will go to this restaurant that we've been talking about. And obviously, financially, that has to work out. But what we see time and time again is it does.
Well, why though? And I think this is why. It's because if you do a stream all the time and it's the same, your viewing audience would love to go somewhere else and see you somewhere else and see a different environment.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just like I don't know. It's like going on vacation for a minute. You're taking them with you.
Changing the scene, people getting to know you, all of those kind of things.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have to be elaborate like that going to LA. It might be that if you did a Get Ready With Me stream, then we hit the gift goals on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. On Friday, we're going to go thrifting together.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That kind of involvement in the stream and action and reaction is exactly it.
Yeah.
Oh, you've frozen.
I'm frozen.
Oh, dear.
Tara has been frozen. I don't know.
I wonder if it's frozen elsewhere. Is it frozen for the chat?
You guys let us know if I'm frozen. Am I? Oh dear, Princess K says.
Oh,
that doesn't sound good.
You got a nice pose.
At least I got it. Yeah, I look like I'm really trying to figure out something. I'm like, I'm gonna voice over my face. You ready, you guys? I wonder. What do you guys think?
I could have a conversation with your face like that. I'll try and say something that you would do that face to.
Okay, go. I can't wait for this.
Tara, would you mind running out to the car and seeing if my wallet's there? I'm not sure we can fix this, actually.
I don't know. Where are we on the podcast?
Yeah, I think this is time to wrap up.
Maybe this is the universe.
This is going to be
telling us that it's time to go.
If you ever need a way out of a live stream, simply freeze your picture.
Freeze it.
And we will wrap up for now. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We've had an absolute blast today. Yeah. And as always, not as always, now we will cut this up with the podcast, the recording on Monday, and it will go out at the end of the week as a much longer podcast, which means those of you who come and listen while you're mowing the lawn or you're doing the dishes, you can mow the lawn for longer, twice as long.
Yes.
You can do the dishes as twice as long. And I'm realizing this is the worst sales pitch we could possibly get for a podcast while your camera's frozen.
Now you can do your work for twice as long. You can stand like me in this very still position twice as long.
Yeah. You could do things that are fun and listen to it too. You could go bowling twice as long if you bowl while you listen to your podcasts.
Yeah.
What else is fun that you could do? Swimming? Oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, no. Well,
not yet.
Congratulations, everyone. Looking forward to you all doing more chores over the weekend and feeling more productive when you listen to it. Thank you. Yeah, go for a walk, Mike. Very healthy. Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
We'll catch you soon.
Good afternoon.
Bye.